Hey there, it's Joseph, and welcome back to the YouTube channel dedicated to San Miguel de Allende secrets. And today we'll be talking about some spooky things that happened recently on Backstage area in the nearby city of Leon. Today my dance group waltzed out to Leon to perform, I thought, at the senior center there. Instead, it was a day of constant surprises. If you fly into Leon and then head straight into San Miguel de Allende, you are missing on some uniquely Leon things, but not a lot. First off, Leon is huge. Even with light traffic, it takes an hour to cross town in any direction. Secondly, Leon is a retail purgatory for U.S.-based businesses that have died in the north. On any given intersection, you'll find a Sears or a Woolworths. If peckish, there may be a TGI Fridays or a Ruby Tuesday. I don't know if Mexicans are too polite to tell the businesses they are already dead, or if Leon is where Zombie Store repents for its past sins. Being largely a factory town, there isn't much to draw tourists beyond those shopping for leather or shoes. Spoiler alert, shoes don't come in the clown-sized shoe sizes needed for many northerners, including me. A big exception are the catacombs underneath the main church. Unlike our catacombs, these are sprawling marble hallways filled with lovely sculptures and paintings. I've learned from giving cemetery tours, here there is a huge tourist market for funerary art. Suddenly we exit the bus and we're in front of a massive conference center and told to grab a partner and line up in two lines like I'm back on some sort of school field trip. School came to my mind again upon seeing where we would perform, looking much like my high school auditorium blown up as if it had been on some wicked good steroids. Also, like my high school gym, the smell of pot was around every corner. Being an expo for elderly buyers, stands featured everything for sale from hearing aids to foam pillows and a surprising amount of pot brownies and CBD incense. We were to perform at 11:20, which I found odd. No one in Mexico is that precise with time. Normally you go on at 11 or 11:30, but like arranging to meet at 10:17, it just isn't done, and it wasn't. We got on the boards 3 hours later, but I didn't mind as the real show was backstage. One group featured gals that had once been servers at the Last Supper, pantomiming taking fruit off trees, placing it in their baskets, then toss the fruit into the crowd. Their teacher, a young man, worked them like dogs. Well, not my dog. Until they got on stage. He terrified me and my fellow dancers. We all agreed we were really glad he wasn't our teacher. Another group of gals I could have easily recalled their flapper youth featured lit candles in their hair. Having seen all the aquanet they sprayed on opening an ozone layer over Leon, as big as the city itself, I was once again terrified. One rogue flicker and their hair would be aflame faster than the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory they once worked at. I became enamored with a neon-colored group that was both limber and talented. Each dancer wore fruit on their head for reasons that elude me, but I convinced my group for the next show we wear fruit. Quickly I assigned pineapple, mango, and such to be sure I could keep watermelon for myself. Once on stage, all went well as the crowd oohed and awed frequently, which is normal. What wasn't normal was the senior volleyball game going on beside the stage, which prompted the noise. I became briefly baffled on how they played by catching the ball and, if possible, tossing it back over the net. It threw me off my game for a split second and I lost my count in the song, which was hard to recover from. Well, a split second in real time, but on stage time felt like minutes. When we got back to the bus, I convinced the bus monitor she'd prefer my rear seat among her pals and facing forward, leaving me the co-pilot backwards facing seat in the front. This seat is commonly known as the witch's seat for any of those like me that had to spend a semester studying James Joyce, and particularly a Halloween classic. In the short story, the main character rides the train in the backwards position, looking at what is past versus what is ahead. It's a subtle way to let her know she's dead.